mentioned all these collaborations. Obviously, it seems like, and this makes sense too. That you do a lot of stuff with friends, like people that you've known for a while,
Oh yeah.
buddies, and of course we would do that. It seems the most common. Just buddies sitting around like, hey, let's make some music together. But I was going to say, have you ever had any collaborations with people that you didn't know necessarily, or
Or
did you want to do any with like people that maybe and what I mean by that is people that maybe you met in passing but weren't really friends, or you had admired them, or you say, or somebody reached out to you and like, yeah, I really like your work. Have you ever had a moment like that, or somebody that maybe you wanted to work with that you hadn't got a chance to?
a number of them actually. In in uh, in Mill Valley, where I live most of the time when I'm not cooped up out here at the beach, which is not a bad place to be cooped up. But anyway, in Mill Valley, there's been for the last Christ, since the early '70s, there's been a club called the Sweetwater Music Hall.
We're
It's
the
now
buddy,
Sweetwater Music Hall,
our buddy
and
Paul.
and the Sweetwater used to get all kinds of great folks through there, and the girl who ran it, girl by the name of Jeannie Patterson, wonderful. She was an angel for Bay Area music because she just got the most amazing folks to come and play that club. And that was where I met Charles Brown and played with him. Let's see, little, oh well, and Willie Dixon. Um, um, a number of folks that Elvis Costello, folks who would come through town and for one reason or another, Elvis played the club because he'd heard about it. It had something of a reputation,
It does.
and and I got to meet and play with all those folks there. And with Willie Dixon, I actually uh, that actually came to fruition. We wrote a tune together that I'll get around to recording one of these days.
Gosh, I hope so. Well, maybe now's the time.
Yeah.
So regarding that, and then the potential idea of bringing back concerts, do you have an opinion or a thought about how that could safely be done? I mean, are you going to leave that up to the people in charge? I mean, I don't know. I'm looking at it now. It seems like you start to see, every once in a while, like I'll check the music news and it'll be like, some country star did like a 3,000 amphitheater with no masks and no social distancing, ever, and then they have another one that's like, in Germany where everyone's in their own little box bubble, and it seems like it's possibly working out. But any thoughts or ideas on how that might look, or whether you'd be into participating?
You know, part at least for the concerts that we do, part and parcel of that is the socialization and stuff like that, and hanging with your friends and hanging with new friends and meeting folks and the interaction, all that kind of thing. And that's not that's not going to be possible until we get this genie back in the bottle.
Yeah, that's sad. Well, are you? I mean, again, with the idea of not being able to do that, you have access to your studio. How often do you get down there? You get into chance to write some stuff, and do you have any, like, I think they call it a quaranteam? Are there any musicians that you're like, all right, you don't go out for 14 days, and you don't go out for 14 days, and let's meet in
Well,
the studio?
that's the plan starting in a couple of weeks. Yeah, I'm going into lockdown now so that we can do that.
Right on. Do you mind talking about that project? With which band?
It's my little band, Wolf Bros, and we're just going to get into my place up in San Rafael and just kick stuff around. I think I don't know exactly what we're going to do. One of the guys wants to do a TV show, and or a web broadcast kind of deal. I guess that'd be something of a podcast,
Eh,
something like that.
well,
And we may do it that way, or we may just see if we can release it through Nugs or I don't know. Maybe there will be if we get we're a trio, so we can plug about anybody in. Um,
Sure.
and so if we get the sound up and rolling and everything's going nicely, maybe we can bring in guests and feature them on a weekly basis or something like that. We'll see what we can make out of it. And we can also, you know, there's there are some tunes we've been working on that we can try to fluff up and record.
Awesome. Yeah. Any guests that you're thinking of or that you've talked to about that?
No one that I've talked to, and it'd be unfair of me to start naming
Yeah,
folks.
pop a name off. I get it.
I
Uh,
just woke up from a nap, so I'm not remembering much.
that's all right. Yeah, time is different nowadays.
Yeah.